Welcome to the Save Par Golf Podcast, where two average golfers talk about golf and things. I'm your host, Eric.
I feel like this one's going to be heavily things.
I think so. Well, actually, the U.S. Open is going, so yeah, probably mostly things.
Good. I'm Dominic.
So we are on episode 132. We are rocking this episode solo tonight, just me and Dom here. The U.S. Open takes place at Pinehurst number 2. Xander talks about his embarrassing experience with the GOAT MJ, and Adam Scott is playing his 92nd consecutive major championship this week in
Wow.
the U.S. Open, which is the longest active streak in
I
the game.
always think of him as the actor.
What do you mean?
Isn't there an
Adam
Adam
Scott?
Scott actor? Isn't
Uh,
he in Parks and Rec?
is his name Adam Scott? I was gonna say, I don't know if it's Adam Scott. Look that up. Fact check that for us. And then, of course, we have plenty of other goodies to talk about. So, this is going to be a little bit of a short and sweet um, podcast because me and Dom are grabbing some wings after this. So,
You
we
know
are
what's
pretty
funny?
excited
I
about
know
that.
as soon as somebody hears this,
Yep.
Adam Scott, fuckers.
You're right.
Yeah. What a guy. He's also from Step Brothers. He's got the abs, and then Will Ferrell punches him in
I've
the
had a
face.
carb in 6 years.
Poor guy.
Good call. Well, Sam
I
Scott,
know
you
things.
do. Yeah, I wasn't questioning it. I
I
wasn't
was questioning
100%
it because
sure.
I always forget. Oh, I didn't know he was married. Who did he marry? Wow, good for him.
Naomi Scott. All right. Well, yeah, I think we might. I think it is going to be heavy on the things, not the golf.
Yes.
But let's get right into it real quick. The U.S. Open takes place, as I mentioned, at Pinehurst number 2.
Shout out Greg,
Shout out Greg, the Pinehurst 6,
Mr. Bogeyman.
Mr. Bogey. Um, we didn't really talk about doing our picks that we've done in the past, so I'm kind of putting you on the spot. We're not going to do odds or anything like that, but I just want to get your pick your brain on who you'd like to win.
John Rahm.
He got he got
No,
he got some infection or something. That's why
his
he's
skill
glitching.
looks crazy.
Yeah. So who's your pick to win, and who would you like to see win it?
Who do I think will win?
Who's your pick to win? If you were to like bet, regardless of like odds, just I mean, for me, obviously, I'm gonna go with Scotty Scheffler. Like
I think he's the safe bet.
definitely the favorite. Yep.
You know me, I never picked the favorite or the safe
No,
bet.
no,
The issue is I don't know who's playing because I haven't looked because we didn't talk
we
about
didn't. We
this.
didn't. Again, I put you kind of on the spot.
Hold on. I'll let me just look at the field.
Okay. Well, while you're looking at the field, I'll kind of pick my two. I'd
I should
mentioned
probably look at the golf one and not the tennis.
that would help. That is true. Yeah, I've done that before. Look up the U.S. Open. I mean, the U.S. Open is huge, and granted, that's in August for tennis. But in any
Oh,
case,
okay. Who do I want to win?
who would you like to see win, and who do you
Willie
think is
Z.
going to win? Willie
Willie
Zalatoris. All
Z.
right, I like it.
I love that. Oh, do I want Colin? Actually, we'll do the want for Colin
Okay.
because I'm a big Morikawa guy.
Yep.
I think Brooks wins.
Brooks. Okay.
But
Good pick.
hasn't this been his major the last few years?
He's won it a few times. Yeah, at 34 years old, it's impressive.
He doesn't look like he's 34.
No,
He's a good-looking dude.
he ages well,
It's the fake teeth.
and yeah, the veneers.
The fake teeth,
Hmm.
yeah. Yeah,
And
so
if and for having a child too. I mean, he's obviously
well,
having a child. His wife.
he didn't do shit. Well, I mean
But I mean, it really could
he
add
did
some
a little
stress.
bit.
Yeah, he
He was just there
definitely.
for fun and
But but in any case, I'm gonna go with the obviously the favorite. I think Scotty he is on like he won last week.
I just really don't like picking the same person every week.
I just until
'Cause-
he gets like derailed from something. I mean, he's gotten arrested. He's gotten all these things thrown at him, and the guy just continues to like he
Well, I mean,
just
when he got
wins.
arrested, he didn't win.
He didn't, no. But what I'm saying though is like he bounced back the next week. He won that same day that he came back from being arrested. He like shot like 4 under or some crap. Like he's just like resilient. The guy is hard to just take
I
down.
just
And
like I understand Scotty is on a heater, like a heater for the ages, but it just feels dumb to pick him over
but
and
Taylor
over.
Gooch isn't playing, so there would be an
That's
asterisk.
true.
Yeah.
That's true.
um, but who I would like to see win is a guy that I've picked multiple times is Ricky Fowler.
I thought you were gonna say him or Tiger.
No, I realistically Tiger's just I would I mean yeah I would love to see that happen, but that's not going to happen.
He's a
But
bum.
going back to Payne Stewart, doing the fist up, going wearing the old school pants, that would be awesome to see on Sunday, him holding up the trophy. So that's who I would like to see win, and I do think Scotty will take the W or get the W. And then going to the as mentioned, Adam Scott, aka the actor on Step Brothers
in Parks and Rec.
and Parks and Rec. I mean, he has one of the smoothest swings in golf.
Oh, we're talking
Good
about the
looking,
golfer now.
good looking guy.
I don't think I've ever seen a picture of him.
Oh yeah,
Oh, I'll
go
do
ahead
it.
and pull it up.
I'll
Yeah, yeah.
although I'm sure I have and just didn't know who he
Just
is.
watch like a video of his swing too. I mean, he's one of those
Adam
guys that you
Scott.
think like, how has he not won more majors? So he
He's
won.
Australian.
Yep, he won.
Do you think he's good
Well,
looking?
well, it's kind of a bad picture. Like he wasn't bad looking back then. Like he's not a bad
Back
looking
in the
guy.
day,
I think that one's pretty current. This one, like he's not bad looking.
I've seen better.
Um, but okay,
Not that it
look
matters.
at his swing though. I mean, his swing is super smooth. He won the Masters back in 2013, but he is on the longest active streak in the game at 92 consecutive major championships. If you oh, Dom's getting a breakdown of the swing. I mean, it's just a smooth, effortless swing. It's got one of the smoothest swings in the game. It's just beautiful.
I could do that.
Yeah, I think so. I think you probably do a little better, to be honest.
Do you see that volley he hit? I'm gonna go straight right.
But like if you break it down, 92 consecutive majors, there's 4 majors a year.
That's crazy.
Like you don't even like factor in like playing like crap. Like just think about like
Hmm.
injuries. You know,
Hold on, that's easy math. So that's like 20, 23 straight years he's made every major, roughly. I was when I don't know all of them this year.
that's really good math. We were in math class together. That's how we met.
You know what's
First,
funny?
first one.
You know what I did? I just subtracted eight.
It's not.
Uh,
I was just fact checking you. So you fact checked me earlier. You were right, and I had to fact check you, and you were right again. So you're on a roll today.
I'm on a heater.
But yeah, it's I find it really impressive because there's so many
So many variables,
yeah, so many factors
right?
that goes into it. And he's just been on obviously the best run for majors for starting.
How many has he won?
He's won one. He won the
Oh,
2013
so he's
Masters.
he's one for 92.
Yep. Break that down for
Better odds than
percentage.
I have.
Yeah. But so we'll see what happens. I mean, I'm
It's a
not
better winning percentage than Fowler.
Mhm.
Just saying,
For a lot of yeah, it's better than a lot of players, yeah.
better than a lot of the population.
Um but very cool story. This one I came across on Instagram, but then I pulled it up online. And it's basically Xander Schauffele is at the practice or the driving range, I believe. And he was interviewed by uh Colt Nost, I believe is how you pronounce it. He's a pretty popular CBS Sports golf analyst. Well, anyway, he was talking, and I'll just kind of give you a little bit of the summary. So Xander recounts embarrassing golf experience with Michael Jordan ahead of the U.S. Open. So he says, uh, Shoffley was speaking with CBS Sports golf analyst Colt Nost about his round with Jordan when he described it as embarrassing. Shoffley said he was on a roll when he decided to start running his mouth, but that only motivated Jordan to elevate his game and throw it right back in the PGA Tour's pro's face. He said he pancaked him on his stroke holes, and I started talking shit to him. Shoffley said. Then he got all quiet and focused, and he birdied 15, 16 no strokes. He beat me straight up. And I was like, all right.
See, why would you shit talk one of the most clutch basketball players
And
ever?
you've heard these stories of him, like Brooks Koepka.
Well, I
He
mean,
had
I
told a
mean,
story about
if you
Jordan
watch The
back.
Last Dance, he would make himself mad.
That's what I'm kind of reading this sports book that's got like all these different stories, and one of them was talking about how like that's one of Jordan's pros and cons.
Hmm.
Like he's so um competitive that it's also kind of like really hurt him at the
Oh,
same
for
time, you
sure.
know. And
I mean, didn't he have like a gambling addiction?
well, I mean, if you,
Supposedly.
yeah, it's more or less it came down to a compete. Like he was just so competitive. It was more of a competitive addiction rather than gambling. It wasn't about the money. It was just about competing,
That's
and
what
that's.
losers say.
But he didn't lose a lot. So I mean, I mean, he did lose, but
Well, in the gambling part, he lost.
yeah, he did.
Yeah, that's more or less what I'm saying. Like,
Sure,
obviously,
sure.
like we know that he is the best basketball player ever so far.
Yeah,
It's hard
agreed.
to say that when there's a new batch of them every year.
That's true. But as of now, and
Oh
without,
yeah,
yes, for
without a
sure.
doubt.
Um, but it's just kind of also funny that how I mean these guys are the best in the world golfers, and I'm not saying Michael Jordan could compete on the highest level of these guys because he probably couldn't. But when you're talking to a professional golfer that's contending for a championship,
Why doesn't he do more like pro-ams?
he
Like the one at what's the popular one?
oh the
Yeah,
AT&T, the
yeah.
Pebble Beach one. I don't know if I think he used to back in the day. I don't know. I'm not sure why.
Is he
I mean,
washed up?
the Grove,
I
that
know.
golf course
I
looks amazing. I wish we could get invited to that.
Well, I
That would be
mean,
fun.
maybe.
Yeah.
Should we
Hopefully
shit
one day.
talk him in the DMs?
Tell him we'd beat him
Yeah, and
at
then
his own
he'll
course,
yeah,
his
yeah.
account
And
course.
then we can watch him smoke us and just be in awe.
Whoever can hook
That'd be
that
a
up
hell
that's
of a
watching,
story.
listening,
That would be one of the greatest stories ever. It's like, yeah, we should
two
talk
pod
Michael Jordan and he smoked us.
two podcasters get their kicked. Um, but it's a pretty cool story. I do find it interesting how again some of these guys are playing for
So would you rather shit talk Michael Jordan or Kevin Garnett?
I would rather shit talk Michael Jordan.
So would I.
Yeah.
I think
But Kevin Garnett, I would love someone else to talk shit to Kevin
I'll
Garnett
do
so
it.
I could watch
I'll
it.
do it.
Yeah. But I would definitely go with Michael Jordan.
Kevin Garnett would scare me.
Mhm. Yeah, he's like back
He's
in his day,
he's
man, he was one
intense.
scary, intense dude.
I
But
think he
man, I
still
loved
is.
him.
Like you look up at him and you're like, holy shit.
Yeah. Okay, so kind of, is there anything else you want to add about the U.S. Open Pinehurst? Oh, I do want to mention, sorry, Brunch Golf. Um, Awesome guys. It's a newer company that just started. They were a Midwest-based company. They moved out to LA, and they have some really cool apparel
They're from Iowa.
from Iowa. Okay, and they're out in LA now. Brunch Golf. Check them out on Instagram. They're also offering a 20% off of everything on their website, including golf balls, hats, shirts, by using the code Father's Day. So you get 20% off. Again, check them out. Really cool, really clean, and they're very affordable
Yeah, you get a
hats.
shirt for like $35.
Very affordable and good quality. Very, very good quality. So check them out. We appreciate the hats and shirts and everything else. But yeah, switching over, is there anything that you can think of golf related that you wanted to mention?
Yeah, so I saw this and it was posted by Golf Digest. I don't know if you saw it. But these are all players born after 1990.
Okay.
So who's the next to win a major? So they've got everybody. So I'll list the people that haven't won a major. So they have Tom Kim, Patrick Cantlay, Ludwig Aberg.
Mhm.
This one surprises me. Tommy Fleetwood.
That haven't won one.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yep,
correct. Yep. So who's like next in line
yep.
to win a
And then
major?
there's Max Homa
Mhm.
and then Victor Hovland. Of those, who do you think would win one before?
Uh, if I were to put money on it right now, I'd probably pick Max Homa. That would be my choice. Just the
I
way
think Hovland.
Victor would be a good one too.
But yeah, I'm between Homa and Hovland. I think Tommy Fleetwood is still a very good golfer.
Yeah, like you said, I'm kind of surprised he hasn't won one. There was a
That's
couple
yeah,
years stretch where he was like
like
always in
yeah,
contention.
top five.
Mhm.
So then I want to follow that up. So I'll list the players who have won one,
Okay.
and I want to know who's the most surprising one.
Okay.
So obviously there's Scotty, John Rahm, Xander, we just talked about,
Yep.
Bryson, Cam Smith, Jordan Spieth, Brooks Koepka, Morikawa, Hideki, and Justin Thomas.
I don't think really any of them surprise me.
To me, the most surprising one of the bunch is probably Bryson. And that's not because he's a bad golfer, but I feel like he's very technical and does things a certain way. And sometimes we see that way fizzle out and suck.
Hmm.
But then sometimes we see that way really, really work. Obviously, he's coming off, he got second in the last major, right? Or was up there, second, third.
Bryson,
Yeah.
he was leading after the first or second round and then kind of fizzled out
Yeah,
towards
yeah.
the end. But yeah, he was
So
up there
he
still.
was up there. So we see it work, and then we see it also just be terrible. Um, to me, he's either super hot or super cold. So I guess to me, that's why it's surprising that he did win a major. I think he's got one or two.
Bryson I believe he's won the U.S. Open and I think he's got for sure one. He might
Yeah,
have two.
it might have two. I can't think of
I,
it, but to me, of that group, he is the most surprising to me.
I guess I would maybe say Justin Thomas. Now, the reason why I say that is I guess every one of those golfers, if you think about it, has been on like a heater for a certain period. Like just Jordan Spieth, for
Yeah.
example, like
When I
he could have
was
had
my senior year in high school, I felt like he won everything.
Jordan Spieth.
Yeah.
He was, yeah, he was on a tear. And then
That was
obviously his big,
that was 2015.
he's had a chance to win the Masters multiple times. He obviously
Yes.
crapped the bed on the I forget what he shot. It was like a 12 or a 16 or something. But in
Couldn't
any
be me.
case, but I think it's almost more surprising that Jordan Spieth probably doesn't have more majors. And the same thing with
Yeah.
Brooks because of Jordan Spieth's been battling a lot of injuries. He just had a wrist injury.
I feel like he's very in his head too. I was torn between Bryson and Cameron Smith. Mainly because I feel like Cam Smith, once he jumped to live, I feel like everybody forgot about him. But I've been a fan of his for
Yeah,
obviously a while. Um,
that is a good take though. I could almost switch Justin Thomas. I'll put Cam Smith in because if I remember correctly, he won. It was the Open, and it was 2 years ago or 3 years ago. But he came from like behind and like ended up
mm,
because it was gosh, I would have to double check that, but one of those top named golfers was like in contention to win the whole thing,
and then
and
he
Cam Smith just went on a heater and
Heater.
ended up winning. So that's actually a good. I like that take. Justin Thomas is a great golfer, and he's had a chance to win multiple majors too, but I feel like he's also been kind of very inconsistent as of late.
I feel like you either hear about him all the time or you never do. And I'm not, truthfully, I'm not a big fan of his. I think he's very whiny, very bratty. Especially watching the season 2 of Full Swing, he was incredibly like bratty to me, where he's like, "Man, if I don't make the Ryder Cup team, I'm gonna cry." And I'm thinking, "Cry, do it."
I didn't finish it all. I finished the first one like in the first day when it came out, and the second one I don't know why I delayed it, but I did see a lot of the interview. He was definitely trying to I mean, his buddy was Zach Johnson, obviously like
Yeah,
the captain or the
the
team captain or
captain.
whatever.
Yeah,
Yeah, and so he was definitely trying to joke around with him and try to
it
but
just felt very snobby. Might be the word I'm thinking of, but it I was like, dude, you're not gonna be on it every year. Like, there's so many good players, and especially since, they kept looking at him, they're like, oh, he's not even ranked top whatever.
yeah,
And I'm thinking, then yeah, why should he? If he's not because with the Ryder Cup, since the way that's formatted, you want the best of the best for the USA facing the best of the best for the European side. And it wasn't because JT was gonna cry about it.
yeah, it was more or less. I've been here. I have the experience, team chemistry type of thing versus like taking the top players in the
Which I see that side of it
yeah,
too, but he came off incredibly just bratty.
sure, sure.
I remember I messaged Brendan from Deaf and Up. I was like, "Hey, has he always been like this?" And Brendan's like, "Yeah,
Yeah, he's always had kind of that
entitlement."
personality of having kind of being a little
Yeah.
whiny. Great golfer. And then Hideki Matsuyama. I mean, he won the Masters a couple of years ago, but another guy that's
I haven't heard
typically
from
in.
him since.
No, he's been in contention quite a bit, but again, a lot of them just battle injuries.
Yeah.
It's that's
Whenever you say Hideki, I think of Matsui.
Hideki. Oh yeah, little pitcher.
Yeah. Good old days.
hmm Speaking of A's, okay, we're gonna transition. That's a good transition. Way to
You're
go.
welcome.
Um, so I just kind of told Dom this is what we're doing. I want Dom to pick. We're each gonna pick our own. But I want Dom to pick two of his all-time favorite jerseys slash logos. This would be more retro.
hmm
From the NBA, NFL, MLB, and NHL. So you don't have to do them in any specific order.
Should we
But
go in order that you
we
typed them?
could, yeah, absolutely. Let's go
So,
NBA.
you want me to go first?
Absolutely.
It shouldn't be a surprise, but my first one,
Mhm.
the purple Raptors.
Like the Vince Carter
Oh
helmet
my
back.
God.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
had
yep,
one when I was little, and I think it was a Vince Carter.
yep.
Um, that jersey is by far one of my favorite jerseys that
That one
has
right
ever.
there.
That thing
Yep.
is money.
So sick.
I think that might be my favorite jersey that they've ever produced
One of the coolest jerseys.
by
Yep.
far.
I was actually I was a big fan of that team because they had Tracy McGrady and
hmm
Vince, both
I love
cousins in the
McGrady.
same team. That was awesome.
I didn't
Um,
realize how injured his career was.
Tracy
McGrady,
McGrady, yeah,
yeah.
he was.
Honestly, because I was really little. Um, I totally forgot about how injury plagued he was, but I love Tracy
He
McGrady.
was a super talented freaking basketball player. Um, all right, what is your next? NBA jersey.
This one might be a hot take, but I love the old Pistons.
I actually like that one.
That one is killer because I was wrong between that or the Rockets.
See, I didn't like that jersey though during that time, if that makes sense. The
Oh,
Piston ones. But now that I
was
got
I
look,
alive during that time?
it was like early mid 90s. Yeah, you would have been like pretty young.
Okay. Well, I wasn't born till I
Because
wasn't
Grant
born till the
Hill,
late 90s
it
though.
would have been early 2000s
Okay.
actually. Oh, that's 2023. That's just a newer
Yeah,
jersey. But
that
for
jersey
yeah,
is
because
money.
you had Grant Hill that was back in the day with those guys. That I wasn't a huge fan of that jersey like back in the day, but now that I look back at it, it's one of the
There's so
better
many good ones,
retros.
right? Because like, some of the old LA ones, like the old I really like the old Clippers.
Clippers, yep.
Yeah, but to me, oh, the Grizzlies. I almost wanted the Grizzlies or the Nets back when they were the Brooklyn Nets. Or no, I'm sorry, the New Jersey Nets.
Yep.
Because there's every time I see a picture of Jason Kidd, 'cause I grew up a big Jason Kidd fan.
Look at that right there. It's dope.
Yeah, I loved the New Jersey Nets jerseys. I don't know what it was, but I love that one.
This one here, like back in the old school days. New Jersey
No,
Nets.
like the
Oh, a
Jason
little.
Kidd days.
Okay, yep.
Like they were kind of boring, but like looking back at them, I love them so
Would you
much.
would you consider the black Timberwolves with the pine trees retro jerseys? Is that not as old as you would think? Like when you're
To
because
me, it
that's got to be
is.
one of the greats too. In my just as a Minnesota like homer.
So to me, when I think of vintage, like we were talking like the old school ones, I don't think of that one
Okay,
because I remember I had my mom bought me I had a blue one, a white one, and a black one. And because I got the white ones dirty all the time, I had two white ones. And they were all Kevin Garnett.
yep. I would probably again I couldn't really. It's hard to narrow it down. The Grizzlies is definitely one. I really do like the old Sonics
These
jerseys.
ones.
Yeah, yep.
That one, oh,
I do like the old Sonics jerseys, and you could even go like this old Sonic jersey, this one, or you could go like 96, like kind of
is that the white
like
one?
this one right here. Yeah,
Yeah.
those are really sick. Um, obviously that's a newer version of it, but
Yeah. Oh yeah, I'm
that's
sorry, the
older.
green one, yeah, with
Yeah.
the white, yeah.
Yep. The Suns old school jersey is really cool. But I really liked because I was a big Iverson guy. I liked when they threw back the retro
Hmm.
Iverson, the Philadelphia jerseys.
Yeah.
Those are sweet.
I love the old jazz ones too.
Yeah,
Like there's almost too many to
so many
pick
good
from.
ones. Yeah. I was kind of, and then you have to kind of throw it down for Minneapolis Lakers. That's kind of a sick jersey. The
The baby
baby blue
blue.
with the yellow, that's pretty tight.
Did they have purple on those?
No, I think it was
Or is that one of the
just
newer ones that they
baby
redid?
blue, white and yellow, I believe. Let me just double check Minneapolis
Because I know
Lakers.
the newer version they have purple on them.
Yeah, the originals were just
The
baby
baby
blue
blue and
with
the
yellow
yellow.
trim. Yep, like that. Old school. We're sweet. Okay, so NBA, that's obviously really good. Let me just go back to my little podcast notes. I'm pretty sure that we had NFL. NFL was next.
So I love the old Broncos. Orange.
Uh-huh.
I think those are super cool.
Yep.
Um, and then the Oilers. I love the
Well,
baby blue, but then kept looking and I'm like, "Ah, the black Eagles jerseys, like not the black ones, but like the super duper dark green that like Terrell Owens wore.
hmm
Um,
Dude, we had like similar because I had the Warren Moon, the Oilers jersey.
the
That
hard part
was
is
sick.
like a lot of the NFL jerseys still look the same today.
They do.
Like I was like, oh, I go the Niners. Well, the Niners still
Literally look these
they look the
almost
exact because the timeless that are is like
the
the Seattle.
the Seahawk ones are kind of dull.
Hmm.
And then the Rams are kind of
The
but
issue
again,
is like the Rams still wear that jersey because they brought it back.
yep.
And then you're like, ah, a lot of the ones that they don't wear anymore, it's for good reason because they're ugly.
hmm
Um, yeah, there's not too many to pick from.
I think the other one that's kind of cool, but again, they kind of kept the same is the Miami Dolphins. But it's
Yeah.
very similar, but I still like
Hmm.
that retro Dan Marino
I
jersey.
really
Pretty
like
sweet.
Patriots had a red one. I just don't
Oh,
know.
I know what you
I
get.
don't know if that was a retro or just like a one-off
I
jersey.
think it was a retro, the one with and it had the white helmet with the Patriot on the
Yeah.
helmet, I believe. That one
And
was
the
really
sleeves I
sick.
think had the big cuffs.
Yep.
I didn't know if that was a retro jersey or if it was a that one.
Yeah, I believe it was a retro jersey.
I
That was like
didn't I
way
didn't
back.
yeah, I like those.
Granted, it says this is obviously a new version of it, but I'm pretty sure
I
you're
like
correct.
those.
Okay, so I think we're both kind of in the same wheelhouse on that. And then I think I said MLB was next. Yeah, MLB. There's so many. And NHL and MLB, I think were the two hardest for me.
Oh, MLB for me was like
You
done.
knew? All right. I could probably guess a few, but I mean we're only doing two each.
Yeah,
But go
that
ahead.
to me the two is hard.
Yeah,
My favorite jersey ever is the purple Diamondbacks.
I was not gonna guess that one.
Oh,
Randy Johnson days
that
earlier.
jersey is
Luis
money.
Gonzalez. They were good, really good back then.
Yeah,
Yeah,
the issue
they.
is they have so many good colors.
Yeah, that's a good
Um,
one. I like that
I
too.
love the purple. I mean, just the Diamondbacks were timeless.
There's
Um,
the black one.
yeah, so the
Yeah,
black
Randy
ones are
Johnson. Yep.
cool. Um, yeah, the hard part is like now it's like which one do I pick again? Because like I love the Pirates
The
jersey.
Orioles jersey back in the day was
I have
cool.
never been a big
No,
Oriole jersey guy.
I think. I'll keep going. Yeah, sorry, I was just trying to page through to see if
And
there's.
then like so my brain immediately went to like what one's a classic jersey.
Mhm.
Um, I still think the Cardinals.
That's a
Like the
good one.
bird on the bat is classic. It's so classic that when they did the City Connect, they didn't touch it.
Just left it.
It's still the birds on the bat. That jersey has like withstood the test of time. And then we talk about like early 2000s hip hop and stuff like that. We got Nelly and
Oh
Murphy
yeah.
Lee
Oh
and
yeah.
all those guys with the Cardinal jersey and it's just
Yep.
like iconic.
That
So
was like the big. That was like the jersey era too.
oh, I love it.
I
They
know.
need to bring it
I
back.
know. I know. I just ordered a couple Jordan old school champion
Did
jerseys.
you?
Yeah, I've been really in
There's
that jersey kick.
that's a hard part I had with the MLB because there's so many good like the Ken Griffey Jr.
How did I not say the Jordan jerseys are like one of my favorite jerseys? I'm an idiot. That was probably one of my favorite, even though it's classic. So sorry. The Mariners one is really cool.
I love
I
the
I was honestly thought you were gonna pick the. I could see the Cardinals because I know that's like one of your favorite
mhm.
teams, but I thought you were gonna take the old school baby blue Twins jerseys back in the
See,
day.
the hard part is the baby blue Cardinals jersey, way
Was
better.
yeah,
Oh my God.
sure.
That jersey, I was mad that, well, I'm mad that they don't do powder blues in that movie anymore, really. It makes me sad. Like the Royals had a killer one, the Cardinals baby blue, the Phillies baby blue.
The Philly. What about the Astros? Like when they were bad? I mean, they had Craig Biggio, and
I love that jersey.
that's one
It's
of my
just I
favorite.
always
Yeah, Craig
forget
Biggio.
about it.
Hmm.
I love the old
And
Braves too, so they brought that back as their City Connect for Hammer
as a
Hank
hammer.
Aaron.
Yep, yep.
I love the Hanley Ramirez, uh, Miami. I've never been a black jersey fan, so I've never really liked the Mets.
Okay.
That and then growing up, I loved Nomar Garcia Parra
Hell yeah.
when he was on Boston.
Yep.
So I've always enjoyed the Boston jerseys. That one
Duck
is
Daddy
sick.
will enjoy that.
Fuck you, Brendan. I'm just kidding.
No, that
I
that is.
loved
I like Nomar too.
I
He's
loved Nomar. He was another one where if he didn't have his wrist injuries,
he was one of our
that
all time
man
greats.
probably yeah.
Mhm. Yeah, I forgot about the the Astros is going to be the one I took, and I really like that Mariners one, but I also like um the blue Phillies jersey and the Twins
Mhm.
jersey. The Marlins old school jersey is pretty dope too.
Yeah, I just try not to be a homer. That's why I didn't go Timberwolves,
Yeah,
Vikings,
keep it one local team. I got you. We're literally just paging through right now. I obviously we had our picks, but now we're just like realizing for me, I'm realizing like, oh, there's some really
Yeah,
good
there's so
ones.
like look at that baby blue Cardinals.
That is sick.
Like
That's
that
gotta be
is
one. Yeah, for
one of the
sure.
best. And it's Ozzy. Like, come on.
Yep.
The Wizard.
He the man. He was the
Literally.
man. Yeah,
Well,
when
I
he
mean,
played.
I think
Yeah.
he's oh,
Yeah, I meant
there's
the playoff.
Nomar. Yeah,
Yep.
Nomar's on the last page.
That was sick too, the Nolan Ryan.
I loved the blue Padres. That was like when they first got away from brown,
Yep.
was they went blue.
I remember that. Cubs have never really had any. They've been kind of just
Fuck the Cubs. Keep
basic.
going.
The Expos was pretty sick with Vladimir Guerrero. I like that one.
Those are cool.
Those are very nice.
I never saw that.
And the Royals, that is a
I'd wear that
freaking
jersey.
Bo
Bo
Jackson. Yeah, heck
Jackson.
yeah, that is a. I can't wait to like listen to people's like takes on these because
The
I
issue
feel
is I would wear like if I could buy all these, I would. The issue is they're like $300,
I know they're so expensive. Those Mitchell and
but
Ness.
they're so nice.
This is kind of going to like the rapid fire questions. It's more like you get to pick two, but we've literally picked.
Mike Schmidt, another all-time best third
Yep.
baseman ever.
All right, on to NHL. I mean that that one is a classic for me right there, and I already
That's
know
a
my
weird
second
name
one.
to put on that one, though.
He was a stud back then, but yeah,
I
it
know,
is.
but
It
like for
is.
that
Yeah,
team, it's
yeah,
weird.
yeah, exactly.
I love how we haven't said what team it is or the player.
I know. I was gonna let you take the
Um,
lead on these.
I love and
That's
I hate that they're going away. Old Arizona Coyote jerseys.
I
Oh,
like those.
and I hate that they're leaving. They're gonna be like the Utah something or another.
There, did you have you heard they narrowed down to like four or five names in one? I think most popular name that they're talking about is the Utah Yetis.
I'd get one.
That would be cool because
Have
there's
you
like
seen the Kraken jerseys?
those are awesome.
Those are
I
sick.
like that logo. It's really cool.
I wish I wore more hockey jerseys casually. I wish it was colder more often, to be honest.
Those are super clean.
Caps.
The old school caps, yeah.
I mean, yeah, there's so many, but like for me, it's I love the old Arizona.
Yep.
And then I have a really weird soft spot for it, but the old Blackhawks jerseys, because I watched so much Christmas Vacation.
Talking this one, right?
No, the
What
one from
those?
Christmas Vacation, the
That's
like that
all.
one.
Yeah, Chris Chelios. Yeah, I remember him.
Although I do love like the Colorado.
That one is really clean. I like that.
Yeah. I mean, obviously the Wild are great, but like the Wild aren't really vintage. Ah, forgot it.
That's I was gonna. There
So
was
that's the one I was thinking of, but I
yeah.
couldn't remember if it was the Ducks yet
Anaheim, man,
because
yeah,
they've had
Anaheim
four different
Ducks.
names.
So I like those. I would go with the team that we were talking about originally.
I forgot about the Calgary Flames.
That is a sweet one.
Brandon would yell at us. I don't think Brandon listens to us very often though. So good. Those are
Those
sick.
are really nice. The Devils are pretty sweet. But the jersey that we were talking about originally was the black Los Angeles Kings jersey with the Gretzky.
Who the fuck is buying a Kings jersey that says Gretzky
I mean,
other than Kings fans?
so the weird thing is like I've always been a Wild fan or like
I'm in
Minnesota sports
the
fan.
worst part is I'm into weird jerseys. I'd probably get one. Yeah.
So the Kings were like when I got into them is because I was playing on the NHL
Playing the game.
playing the game and I got pretty good at it and played with the Kings and it was with Anze Kopitar, um, uh, gosh something Brown. I'm drawing a blank, and then it had the goalie. Uh, in any case, whatever. Long story short, I kind of fell in love with the Kings as a hockey team, and then they
Hmm.
ended up winning like two Stanley Cups.
Was that the Jonathan Quick era?
Jonathan Quick.
Yeah.
Yep, Jonathan Quick, Anze Kopitar. He was like this
Was
huge stud. Something Brown
was
was
Gabrick there at that point, or was he still wild?
no, he was, yeah, he came in after the
Because
fact.
I know he finished with them, I
I don't think
believe.
he won a cup with them, but
I don't think he
Anze
won.
still plays, or I think he might have been traded now, but he played for the Kings for a while, or with the Kings for a while. But um, yeah, I just always kind of gravitated towards that, and I like that old school jersey. The other one that I like is the
Oh, the
Anaheim Duck.
Whalers.
The Whalers are really
Forgot
cool.
about the Whalers.
And the Capitals jersey is really sick. But there was one other jersey. Oh, I kind of low key like that. The New York Rangers. That's not like super old school, but again,
Yeah.
it's a Gretzky jersey with the Statue of Liberty in there.
Who's the bear?
Which one?
Keep going. That one's got a bear.
That's the Boston
Bruins.
Bruins.
Forgot
Okay.
that I forgot that the Bruin is a bear.
Yeah.
That
Those are actually pretty cool too. The Mario Lemieux old school Penguins
the
jersey.
issue is it's a Penguins jersey.
Mm, yeah.
Right? Like
And then
that's
you got to go I mean, the Oilers Gretzky jersey is a
classic.
classic. Yeah. You got,
Yeah.
there's just so many good
It's a shame
jerseys.
that they're getting smoked.
Yeah. Dude, Florida Panthers.
Well,
They're good, obviously. They were the favorites,
apparently, if
actually.
there's one thing that Florida knows, it's hockey. Who, who would have
Right.
guessed?
I know. Um,
I know my mom. So my mom lived in Florida when she was like in high school because she went to performing arts school. She hates that Florida's good at hockey because Florida doesn't even see ice.
no. And you got Tampa, who's won it how many years recently?
Two.
Two.
They went back to back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And yeah, now Florida's on. Florida was a terrible team, but they kind of, they rebuilt and now
Yeah. The
they're
worst part is people I work for, like my bosses, live in Edmonton, and I can't.
oh, so yeah, it's kind of like a touchy
I don't even
subject
want
right
to
now. Yeah,
talk
you
to
don't
them
even want to
about it.
message them.
I do, but I don't.
Sure. Um, okay, so that's pretty much all I had. I mean, we are trying to keep it low key, kind of short because we're gonna grab some grub here. But
One more jersey question.
yeah.
So from any league
Mhm.
and whatever,
Yep.
what's one jersey you want to bring back? It has to be a current team though. So like you can't be like, oh, we're bringing back the Expo jerseys.
Like that's a good question.
I know.
Because I was thinking, I honestly, I would probably, I was gonna say the Grizzlies is one of them, but they've already brought that back as a retro.
Well, they're not a team anymore.
The Grizzlies, Memphis Grizzlies.
Oh, I'm thinking of the Vancouver.
Oh yeah, sorry, no, the Memphis Grizzlies.
I was
They're
thinking of the Vancouver Grizzlies. My bad.
it's okay. But the Toronto Raptors jersey, I think, and
Love those.
that's probably the one. And It's like, dude, they just won the championship a couple years ago. It's like
Yeah.
we couldn't even bring that back for that year. Like
I think the
one.
Magic should bring back the stripes.
Yes.
That is another one I had when I was really little. I vividly remember having the Shaquille O'Neal Magic stripe. My parents had me dressed. Like,
Yeah, dress the nines, man.
I mean, I loved basketball when I was little, and then I kind of lost it for a long time
I would say also as a Homer fan, and we've talked about it before, but the black jersey would be one that I would love
with
to see
the
with the
yeah.
trees. Yeah, I think that's just such a classic
To me,
photo
there's certain
or
jerseys
jersey.
that the Wolves should always have, and that's one of them.
Yep,
Like you can keep the new shit. I don't
it's
like
fine, but
it.
I think every
It's
so often you
fine.
bring in some news or keep
The
the old
issue,
classic.
well, the issue is they bring it back for a year. D Rose drops 50, and then they never see it
Just put
again.
it away. Yeah, put it back on the shelf. I miss D-Rose on the Wolves even more.
Oh, it was so
He was
good.
one of my favorite players. He still plays, but he granted his injuries and all that. But
Oh,
that's a good question. Who would you which jersey would you want to see back on the field or court or ice?
being a homer, this one's been more recent. I miss the cream twin script jersey.
They haven't put more of that in
No,
a couple of years. It's been a while.
long time.
Was it? Well, they brought a cream one back as last
It
year. It's
says
like
Twin
their
Cities, yeah,
yeah.
but the cream
I
one
got that.
had pinstripes.
Yep.
Find it. You'll know once I find it. Cream twins. It
Oh, that
looks
was back like in the Mauer days
it
almost.
looks
He
like
kind of
it
wore that
looks
little.
like
Yeah, I
that,
kind of
but it
remember
says
that one too.
twins.
So that leads me to another question with the jerseys. I don't know how we got this jersey kick, but I
That
like it.
one.
I like it. Yes.
Woo.
Yeah, that's really nice.
It's actually 1969, to be honest. It's been around
Yeah,
a hot
but I
minute.
think
They
Joe,
wore it for
yeah, I
a
was gonna
long
say they did
time.
wear it for a
Yeah.
while. Okay, what is the most hideous jersey in any sport that you've witnessed on on a team? I already have
Oh,
two in mind.
I don't like the funny enough, it's the Mavericks. They have one that I think is terrible.
Is it the white or the blue with like the Maverick thing and it's just
Yes.
Mavericks? Yeah, that one is a pretty. That's like yeah, that one's a pretty
Or
terrible.
it's whatever they wear currently where it's blue and then just has the horse.
Hmm.
You know what I'm talking about?
Yep,
That or the Pittsburgh stripes.
that's the one I had.
It's
Yep.
still my issue with that is the jersey looks fine alone. It's the fact that they wear like khaki pants.
And I was just gonna, so it was for me, it was the same one and the throwback Packers because it's the same thing. It's like it looks like it's like Michigan Wolverines
Mm,
wannabes on top, and
I
then
think khaki
they got like Notre
trousers.
Dame gold
Yeah.
trophies or some crap. I don't know what that's all about, but
I can't
I'm not a
I
fan of
don't
that.
like the Mavericks jersey. I don't know what it is, but I that's one that I'm like I hate because they have some really clean jerseys, and I hate that I'm saying it because they smoked us.
Mhm.
Um, they have some clean jerseys, and I think Mark Cuban probably was like that jersey
Yeah,
sucks.
we got to get rid of this. We got to
Yeah,
switch it up.
yeah.
Okay, last jersey question, and then we'll wrap it up here. But what is your favorite jersey that you own right now? Because I know you got a lot of them too. I actually have a decent collection as well.
A lot of mine are more current, just because a lot of the older ones are harder to find.
Yep.
Um, obviously my KG because I got the blue one with the trees.
Love that one.
I have obviously Twins fan. You gotta have the Mauer. I've got the Mauer, old school one from the Dome.
That's sweet.
Like the heavy cotton ones that
Yep.
suck. Um, yeah, probably the KG.
Yeah, I love that.
Although I do have a Danny Heatley Wild jersey.
Ooh, Danny. Did he come from the Sharks back in the day?
I think so. If I
I
remember
think
it, he was a hothead.
yeah, he was a good I was gonna say he's a good golfer. He probably was actually. He's a hockey player. But
Yeah, I
I
have a
think if I'm not mistaken, I think he was on the Sharks when they were like really, really relevant
yeah, I
and
have a
good.
Danny Heatley Wild jersey.
Okay.
Yeah,
I
but
like that.
obviously KG. I love the blue.
Yeah.
It's the blue one
With the green
with the
trees.
green
Those are like the
trees.
best, man. Blue, black. I like the black better, but I do like the blue as well.
I didn't really like the. I think the white one's nicer than the black ones, to be honest.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know.
I have
I take it back. The worst jersey was when the NBA was doing short sleeves.
dude, those things are going for a hefty price right now,
They're
which is
ugly.
wild.
They're
Yeah,
terrible.
they're like if your body proportion like is it like yeah, it's
They're
just a weird
I
fitting.
don't think any league really has bad jerseys other than the NBA.
That was a that was
The worst
for a
part is
couple
they
of years
and the
too.
worst part is they change jerseys every year for the NBA.
What about the long short face? You know me, I like my short shorts, but man, that long there was that like
I
early
like long
2000s when
shorts.
they were like
To
way
me, it makes me feel like nostalgic.
yeah.
Like I really enjoy it.
That part, yes, I agree.
You
But
know,
I didn't
because
want
like
it to come back.
because I remember seeing AI, big baggy shorts,
hmm
braids, big shirt, jacket, whatever. I wouldn't mind if they brought it back for like an all-star game, just shorts.
Yeah, throw it back a little bit.
Yeah.
I like that. My favorite jersey, so one of them will be the one that comes
How do
into
you
my
feel about MJ's baggy denim?
oh, I don't like that. No, not at all. I'm not like baggy shirts are one thing. I don't mind baggy shirts. You know, I
Hmm.
prefer more of a tight fitting shirt, but I don't mind a baggy shirt. But there's something about like baggy pants that I just some people can rock it really well.
The
Don't
issue
get me
is
wrong.
he'll do it and then wear like really tight boots.
Yeah, it's just a
Yeah.
weird look. Um,
And not the go when it comes to fashion.
no, not
No.
no. Shoes wise, yes, I in my opinion, because he's is probably the GOAT. But jerseys, I do have an old Kobe Bryant 8 jersey that still has the tags on it. That's one of my favorite jerseys of all time. It's the purple 8. And I have Dan, my brother bought me a LeBron. I was a huge LeBron James fan coming out of high school into in the pros at Cleveland. So he bought me the white Cleveland jersey rookie year. So I still have that with the tags,
I had a maroon one.
the maroon.
Yeah. Funny enough, I've never been a big LeBron guy when I was little, but my parents are like,
He's the best right now. You got to get it. It's hot.
and I'm like, fine.
And then I would probably say I just ordered a champ. I actually ordered a couple champions Michael Jordan jerseys, and I'm really excited because I used to have a few of those back in the day. It's kind of like the going to the nostalgia of like the old seven starter
Hmm.
jackets and things like that. Like I used to have those as a kid. So I'm really excited. So I ordered the black and the red 23 champion jerseys, and I ordered my wife one. Well, I technically ordered myself it, but it was a little stuck. So
Oh, so
she got
she
a free jersey
by
out of it.
default, yeah.
Yes. So we'll be matching one day, maybe. I don't know. We'll see. But this is really good jersey conversation.
Does she have a Timberwolves jersey?
Well, kind of the same thing. I ordered an Evan Burns brand new jersey, and it fits me. But one they had the Anthony Edwards with the black with the
Hmm.
and I got outbid on that one. So I bought this other one brand new, and it's the white blue. It's kind of like the old school, new school white, blue, green. It's pretty sweet looking
Oh,
actually.
yeah.
I actually really like it a lot. Because I was gonna get the blue AE
Hmm.
ones to match.
Good luck.
Yeah, I know. Pay extra, which I should have got them when I was in Chicago because they were there, but I
Oh,
didn't.
they have like online. They have like every size, and then I click on 11. I'm like, nope, okay.
I know my size is gone too now. It's like, but in any case, so yeah, she's got two. She's got a Timberwolves jersey. We got a couple Butler jerseys.
I think I bought you one.
I don't know if you did. I got one from my mother-in-law for Christmas or my birthday, and one from my cousin. I
I
think. But
think
you
I
might have got. You did give me a jersey, but I don't think it was a Butler
I think
jersey.
it might have been a Butler because it was like a closeout deal. It
Maybe
was like dirt cheap.
I got the blue one and the green one.
I got you a blue one.
You certainly could have. I
I,
thought it
I
might. It
bought you
might.
a jersey. I don't know.
Yeah,
It
yeah.
was like a closeout, and I was like,
I
Timberwolves.
mean, yeah, I'm a big Wolves fan, so but no, I would say yeah, the old school MJs. I'm kind of on the hunt for like because I've been into the champions jerseys lately because that's kind of how the style back then. I'd
Hmm.
like to get um like an old school Pistons like Chauncey Billups or something. That
Mm.
would be kind of a
You
cool.
get a Billups Wolves jersey.
That would be really cool
Yeah, it'd
too.
be like
Yeah.
one of those weird ones
hmm
that nobody remembers.
So yeah, no, I that was good jersey talk, and obviously the U.S. Open, so that's exciting. Hopefully Sky stays out of jail.
Send him to jail.
Hmm?
Send him to jail. Make him play on the simulator.
Yeah.
That'd be the
Um,
nicest jail.
yeah. But no, this is a great podcast episode. Again, our shindig is taking place Saturday, July 20th. Sign up. There are still spots open for the event and our Friday night event. If you sign up and get the golf event, you can sign up for a free beer. The first beer is on us, and that's on Friday at Prize Brewery.
So if we don't fill all those, I mean, like I can have 10 beers.
Yep.
Nobody
Pretty,
sign up for
pretty.
that.
This is gonna be me, Dom, and Jordan.
We'll be laying on the floor.
Actually, that does make it, yeah.
Daniello to be like, damn it.
Yeah. No, should be a good time. Again, we appreciate all the support. Next week, I unfortunately won't be here. Dom Dom be rocking it solo.
Got a fun one.
Yes, so look forward to stay tuned for that. But we will talk to you next week, or Dom Dom will talk to you next week, and we'll talk soon.
Yeah, Derek will be here in spirit.
I will be here in spirit.